Hello, everyone. Welcome to the podcast Calling Glass. Welcome to the club. My name is Alvaro, and today my goal is to do a podcast of the NBA predictions for the season 24 and 25. Why am I doing this? Well, recently I decided to do a podcast. I very recently, in October, and yeah, if we look at the time, well, you don't know what time it is, but I will tell you today is I'm recording this 13th of October. That means that there is only 9 days left for the NBA season to start. And I'm doing this a bit in a hurry because I don't have much time left. So yeah, hopefully it works well. It works well. This is the second podcast that I'm doing because the first one I did in Spanish. My idea is to do in both languages, English and Spanish. I'm Spanish, so I speak better Spanish than English, but hopefully this turns out well as well. And well, since you are listening to this podcast, probably there is no need for you to go to the Spanish one. It will be the same predictions, it will be the same content, but in a different language. You can go to it if you want to learn a bit of Spanish or practice. You go, but I promise you the prediction is the same. It will be funny if it wouldn't be. It will be funny if I just do it like different predictions so I can have a broader scope, but not. Hopefully, it will be the same. I mean, it will not be the same. Anyway, so yeah, I am a big NBA fan, and I wanted to jump aboard on this train of predictions. I don't know if this is the content that I will do always, but I think it's a very good podcast to start, and it's a very good way to start the podcast doing the predictions for the season. All right, first I wanted to do to introduce what I'm going to talk about. First, I'm going to do the standings for the East and for the West. Who's going to be the finalists for each conference? Who's going to win the championship? I'm also going to talk about the individual awards for the season. So I'm going to talk about a bit of everything, and I'm going to give put my bets, place my bets. So hopefully I can be right in some of them. All right. And just to start, just a quick thing that I saw recently is that they are thinking about the NBA. There were rumors about it, but I think their rumors are getting stronger. Maybe it's not even a rumor anymore, but that they are thinking about doing expansion with two NBA teams. They're thinking about adding a team in Seattle and another team in Las Vegas. Why do I say this? Because recently I saw that Sean Kemp and Gary Payton, ex Seattle Supersonics players, were watching actually a preseason game for the NBA from the NBA in Las Vegas, in not Las Vegas, in Seattle. And actually, I don't know which teams they were playing, but this is a big indication that they are pushing for it in Seattle and as well in Las Vegas. In Las Vegas, they have already the Aces from the WNBA. And yes, this will mean that there will be two more teams in the West Conference. So probably one team from the West should move to the East. Again, I'm not from the United States, so but my bet will be that it will be maybe Memphis or New Orleans because they are closer to the East. New Orleans or New Orleans, how you I don't know how you say it properly. Probably both. But yeah, just a little comment that I wanted to say because I saw this today, kind of interesting. All right, and in Las Vegas, by the way, they are doing already the in-season tournament, right? So and they have this, the big sphere with all this stuff. Okay, all right. So starting with the predictions for the standings in the Eastern Conference. Although I want to say that these standings are after playing, because if I add playing, it's gonna get too complex. These are the standings after the playing is played. So just the playoff picture, let's say. All right, number one in the East. There is no news here, no surprises. Boston Celtics, even though they start with Porzingis injured, they finish the season with Porzingis injured and they stay won. So I think this team has a lot of power. I think this team has 3 or 4 All Stars and 2 or 1 sub All Star players. I think Jrue Holiday is an All Star, great defensive player. Of course, they have 2 top 15, top 20 players in Tatum, probably top 15, Tatum and Jalen Brown. Derek White, amazing in doing the little things, doing the dirty work. And of course, Porzingis, and as well Al Horford, which as well is aging, but not that much apparently. All right, I think this team maybe it's true, and maybe after winning the NBA, maybe they start a bit slower. I think maybe they don't need, or they see themselves that they don't need to force too much to get that first spot or to win that many games. But I just think they are too good to not be first in the East. If it was West, I could think about it. But now, thinking about it, I think in the East they will be first, even if they don't push as hard as last season. All right, second seed of the Eastern Conference. I think this might be a bit of a surprise already. I have the Orlando Magic for the second position. I really like what I saw last year. I think this team is growing. I think this team is getting better. I think they are very young. Paolo Banchero, it will be only his third season, and well, he already looked great last season. I think he will, of course, I think he looks also very focused and very ready. I don't know how to say it, but he feels all right, and I think he will get better. And then Franz Wagner. I don't know if you saw, guys, as if I'm talking to a crowd. I don't know if you have seen anyone. I have seen it. Franz Wagner playing in the Olympics this summer. He looks great with Germany. He looked very good as well with. He looked very good in some games with Orlando in the playoff. Not that good in other games. But overall, I also think he's very young. He's getting much better. They had a problem though last year with shooting. They shot terribly. He was actually kind of. I don't know even how they got so far with the really bad shooting they did. But hopefully, I actually think Franz Wagner is a better shooter than he was doing. And I think Banchero will probably improve a little bit. And they also got Caldwell Pope, who is a real shooter. So hopefully they get a bit better with that. And I think as well they will come up strong in the season. Yeah, I believe in them. Number 3 on the standings, maybe as well probably surprising, thinking about all the other teams that made moves. But I have Indiana Pacers on number 3. Why? Well, I was as well super surprised last season. I think they actually finalists of the conference, which that's something to say. Yeah, they lost 4-0, but they lost 4-0 with Haliburton playing one game, which is the best player, obviously. And even that, they almost win game 1. Well, they had it in their hands. They lost it. They gave it away. And they also lost another game which they had almost won. So even without Haliburton for most of the games, it could have been easily a series that goes to 6 games. At the end, in that 4-0, I don't think it was the real basketball. Like that doesn't represent the real basketball that we saw, 4-0. But anyways, also finalists for the in-season cup. So props to Indiana. I also wanted to say that when I look at Haliburton, when I see him play, he reminds me a lot of Steve Nash in the Phoenix Suns, 7 seconds or less. He really plays very good. I think he's underrated. And he played most of the season last season, like not injured but not fully recovered. So it's very impressive. I like how they play. I like the coach, Rick Carlisle. I really enjoyed how they played. I want to mention a couple of names that I like. I like a lot Nembhard. I'm really surprised with what he did when Haliburton went down in the injury, and I'm also positively surprised with their rookie Shepard. Well, he does his role very well. Anyway, too much Indiana for this podcast. So let's go to the next position. I have 1, 2, 3. Boston, Orlando, Indiana. 4th, I have the Milwaukee Bucks. It's hard to put them lower, and I don't want to put them lower. With Giannis playing most of the games, this team wins games. It's true that it didn't work out in the postseason. The last 2 seasons they lost in the first round, but they also finished first in the 2022 and 2023 season, and they finished 3rd last season. So I don't think they're gonna get less than 4th for sure. Lillard is still a good player. I think maybe 2 years together with Giannis and with the whole team maybe helps. It is true also that Brook Lopez is getting older. It's also true that Middleton is also getting older and more injured, but I still see them strong, very strong, at least for the regular season. Number 5, probably some of you are wondering about a couple of things from this, right? Yeah. some of you, again, some of you, I am wondering about a couple of teams from the East. First one that you're probably wondering that they made great off-season moves. Philadelphia, yes, I have them as as fifth. Why? Well, even Joel Embiid said that he's not going to force them in the season. I think not like, unlike Orlando and Indiana, that they are young teams. They have young players but that can force more during the season. I feel like Philadelphia is one of a veteran teams that don't need to force that much during the season, or they don't want to do that because they want to arrive fresh to the postseason. I think they will win a lot of games when Embiid plays. I don't think they will win that many. Maybe with Paul George it helps. Last season they got seventh. It's true that Embiid lost a lot of games. This season I see them five. I think it's still a good season. Let's see what happens. Six, the other team that people are wondering probably. New York Knicks. Yes, they made a lot of good off-season moves. Yes, they are better than last year, but at the same time, I feel like last year they overachieved a bit. I'm not a big Tom Thibodeau fan. I think Tom Thibodeau is a great coach for not great players. So I think he gets average players or he gets soldiers that are not very super talented, and he moves them past their expectations. He raises the floor high, but I don't know if he does so well with players that are already very good. I don't think he can bring them to the next level. I think he's really a coach of intensity and taking off the most, like bringing out the best out of players that are not that great. Anyways, amazing team. I actually think they go better. Why do I think they're going to stay lower this season in the standings? Well, it's not always easy. Last year they actually got second, but because they were very tight with the third and the fourth. Actually, Milwaukee lost on purpose the last game of the season to be third instead of second. So yeah, I know six is a bit low for them, but I don't know. I don't trust much in the Knicks. But let's see what I think about them in the postseason. All right, seventh position, I put Atlanta. I think I'm too much of an Atlanta believer. I think I like them since the time that they went to those conference finals against Milwaukee. Since the time which by the way, yeah, Trae Young was going insane. I still like Trae Young. I know that in defense is not good. I know that this is not the usual take. I know people don't like Trae Young, but well, let's see. I think seventh is something normal for them. I also don't see many teams in the East. Week intermission in the podcast. Sorry guys, I forgot to mention Cleveland. I woke up tonight sweating with the thoughts in my head. What I have done. Where are the Cleveland Cavaliers? Well, here's where they are. Forget about Atlanta. I put Cleveland at 7. Why and why not higher? Well, I think they're actually a great team. They could be higher, but what I see in Cleveland is that there is a bit of redundancy in the team. They have two copies of the same duo. They have two guards that shoot well, that they are very good in offense with the ball, but that they are not that good in offense without the ball, and that they are not great defenders. And they have two bigs that are great at rim running after pick and roll. They are great at defending the basket, but they are not great at shooting, and they are not great at playing in the post. So maybe it could be worth thinking or doing some moves. Maybe they could choose one of the two couples, and they could try to trade the others for some other players that complement them better. I don't know if this is a good take or not. I have heard it in other podcasts, but I actually agree with it. All right, back with the normal podcast. The only other team, more or less, that can fight for that position in the seventh, maybe is the Miami Heat, which I put 8. Why 8? Well, last seasons are always 7, 8. They are always in top of the play-in. I think they will do the same. They didn't get better. They didn't get worse. Maybe a bit worse because they keep getting older and other teams keep getting better. But yeah, around there. So okay, so that will be my 8 teams after playing for the East Conference. I'm gonna recap: Boston, Orlando, Indiana, Bucks, Philadelphia, New York, Atlanta, Miami. And I'm gonna do a quick playoff run to see who ends up as finalists of the conference. Boston, Miami, Boston, Orlando, Atlanta, Orlando, Indiana, Knicks. Here, I think Knicks actually might win position, but I actually think Knicks got better for playoffs. I don't know if they got much better for the regular season, but I think for the playoffs, yes. I think Karl Anthony Towns is another possibility for the playoffs in offense. So yes. And then Milwaukee Bucks, Philadelphia. I actually don't believe in Philadelphia in general. I know this is playing in my imagination. They're playing Milwaukee, but maybe they're playing against another team. But I still don't believe in Embiid. I don't believe in the process. I don't trust the process. I think Embiid is a player that is not that smart when things get tough. I think he struggles sometimes. And even though on one-to-one he's amazing, and he's a beast, and he's unstoppable, I think I have seen him in the playoffs several times, and I have seen him struggle several times. And I really don't trust him that much. I don't know if he has the the intelligence in the court to adapt to other teams and to be able to change a bit things or read the tactics of their team well. I don't know. It's Philadelphia and Embiid. I don't trust them that much. So, okay, so let's say Bucks win. So they will say Boston against Milwaukee. Boston wins. Orlando against Knicks. I think I'm gonna say Orlando gets to the conference finals against Boston. I think Boston wins. I want to do this fast because this is very like high supposition that these matchups might not even happen, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I would say Boston is the finalist from the East. No surprise here. All right, so let's move to the West. Let's move to the West. In the West, I have as number one, such as probably everyone that I have heard, I have Oklahoma City Thunder. Why? Well, because they come from being one already. They are young. They are just gonna get better. It will be Chet Holmgren's second year in the NBA. It will be Shea. I don't know what year, but he's already amazing. I don't know if he can even get better, but it doesn't matter if he stays at this level. Jalen Williams as well, amazing player, and they already have more young players that they will keep getting better. So I'm high as everyone else is high on Oklahoma City Thunder. All right, number two, this one. I don't know if surprise or not, but I have Dallas Mavericks. Why Dallas Mavericks? I think when a team comes from losing in the finals, usually the next year they come with a chip on the shoulder, right? They come very hard, they come very strong. They really want to get back there to the finals and win again. So I feel like they will come really with high energy. And also they come from learning a lot from the finals, because when you do I talk as if I have ever played in the NBA, but it looks like when you do a long playoff run and you lose, it feels like you learn a lot and you are challenged so much that you have to become better. And I think that's what happened. I also think they come from a second half of the season amazing after the trades that they did, and I expect them to keep that run that they have in the playoffs and really do a great regular season. Number three in the West, Denver Nuggets. Yes, they lost Bruce Brown 2 seasons ago. Yes, they lost this offseason Kentavious Caldwell Pope, but they still have Jokic, they still have Jamal Murray, they still have Michael Porter Jr., and they still have Aaron Gordon. And now they have Russell Westbrook. A bit of, who everyone needs a wild card in your team, right? I guess. The problem is that I don't know if Russell Westbrook knows he's a wild card, but he is. But anyways, I think he will help in the bench. The bench of Denver was terrible last season. I think they don't even need that much from him. I think they only need him to give some breath, and give some rest to the main guys. If Jokic is healthy, which he is always, and if Jokic plays games, they're gonna win. I don't see them falling more than third in the West, maybe fourth. Let's see. I'm very high in Jokic. I'm very high. Although the West is tough. The West is wild. All right, number four. I have Minnesota. Why? Well, I think last year they were 3. Why not 4th? They are a bit worse now without Karl Anthony Towns. Yeah, Julius Randle. I don't like Julius Randle. I think they probably are better with Nas Reed starting. he fits better, I think, with what they want to do. He shoots, he plays. Well, apparently he's not that good of a defender, but he looks like he is, right? But apparently the statistics don't say that. But I think he's good. I think Julius Randle. Let's see what the mindset with Julius Randle. Let's see if he comes to play defense and play hard and shoot less or shoot more efficient shots. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of him. But yeah, let's see what happens. But yeah, I see that Anthony Edwards probably he keeps getting better, and I think a fourth position is good for them. Fifth, here I have Sacramento. Whoa, yes, I'm going for Sacramento. I like them. I think they got a bit better with DeMar. I think DeMar helps. DeMar DeRozan delivers, right? So I think he will deliver some wins in the clutch for them. I think they are rolling. They have a team that have been doing good for a couple of years, 3 years now. Last year was not that good, but I expect a bounce back season from them. I think, yeah, why not? Why not? Why yes? I trust in Sacramento. In Sacramento, I trust. All right, next one. I have here number 6, Phoenix Suns. If you watch the podcast that I did or you listen to it in Spanish, I forgot about them. Not here. I have them at number 6. Actually, I think they have a new coach, Mike Budenholzer. I expect them to be better. I think Mike Budenholzer is a great coach. Now, even though I expect them to be better, I also have them in the same ranking in the standings. Why? Well, the West is better in general. I'm not sure. I think maybe they are more dangerous in playoff. Let's see what happens. I also maybe KD is getting older. Let's see. Also, it looks like Bradley Beal will play from the start, so like that helps. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I have them higher in my mind, but still in the same ranking. So, all right. Number 7, Los Angeles Lakers. Yeah, right. They usually get 7. They haven't 7 the last 2 years. Why not? I think once they get in playing, they always win. So I still not 7. Yeah. Still, Anthony Davis and LeBron James are still top 12, top 15 players in the NBA. Top 10 even maybe. LeBron is amazing. It looks like he gets older half a year instead of 1 year per year. You know what I mean? Like he's like aging slower. But it's impressive, this guy. All right, and the last position for the playoffs, I have a player that I like, that plays in a team that I like. Yeah, I have the Golden State Warriors with Mr. Stephen Curry. I think last season was a weird season for them. I think they were almost doing better. Green got suspended. They got some injuries. They were really close. They were 10th, right? I believe. I think they could be a bit better. I think they can sneak in the playoffs. Number 8. Number 9, I have Houston Rockets. I really like Alperen Sengun. I really like them. I really like him. And I like the team in general. I think it's getting better. I think they have very interesting players. Jalen Green looks very good. He should get better tactically, most of all. And yeah, I like Houston. I like Sengun. I think he's like a baby Jokic. So yeah, 9. They all got 9 or 10 or 11 last year. I think I wish I could put them in the playoff picture, but I can't. There's too many teams. I know you're wondering, what is this other team that they did great? Okay, I will talk about them. I'm doing a bit longer in the West because there is more teams that I can talk about. There is in 10th, I have the Clippers. Without Paul George, this team goes down. With Kawhi, we don't know how much he's gonna play. When he should play in the playoffs, but he should also play in the regular season. So I don't know how he's gonna do it, but he never plays more than like 65 games per season, including playoffs. Like last year, it was 65 probably or 70. I don't know how many, but only in the regular season. We need that in the playoffs as well. So I don't believe in them. Harden is not getting better, obviously. So yeah, I see them outside of the play this time. Then I have in 11th San Antonio Spurs. When Wembanyama is very determinant in defense, especially, and in offense he can as well. I think they will not even try, and they will get 11th. Memphis 12. This seems very low for them, but I really lost faith in them. I lost a bit of faith in Moran. I know he's a good player, but I don't think he doesn't seem to me like he's focused on getting better, right? Obviously, he lost a bit. He looked a bit lost, right? Or he looked a bit like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they do much better. I honestly don't even know where to place them. Memphis. I know they are a good team, but there's many good teams. So yeah, that's where I place them out of the playoffs. We will see. I think I will be wrong. All of them. Now I'm thinking about it. It's too low. All right, and then I have Pelicans. Pelicans, yeah. Zion plays sometimes. Sometimes he doesn't play. I don't think Dejounte Murray is a great asset to the team, to this team. I think he's a great player, but I don't think he fits that well in this team. Or they need more shooting. I don't know. All right, let's do a fake quick playoff picture run. So we have Oklahoma going against Warriors. They win. They have Dallas going against Lakers. Lakers wins. What? Yes. I actually believe. I think the Lakers are dangerous. I think LeBron is dangerous. I think Anthony Davis, if healthy, is dangerous. I think Dallas is dangerous as well, but I don't think Dallas. I think they have. I think Dallas is not. They don't have such a great team. I think they will do well. I think they did very well. I think Luka does very well. I think Kyrie's still good, but I think if the wrong matchup, they could get surprised. And I think it's time that the Lakers do a bit of a run as well, right? Now that they don't have the Nuggets in front of them yet. And then we have Denver against Phoenix. Yeah, Denver goes, and then Minnesota, Sacramento. I think Sacramento will go to the second round. Don't tell me, don't ask me why. All right, then we have Oklahoma against Sacramento. Oklahoma wins. Lakers, Denver again. Sorry, LeBron. I don't know why it keeps happening, even in this imaginary scenario. But I think they will win Denver, not Lakers. So the final will be Oklahoma against Denver, and I'm a big Jokic fan. Not only I'm also a believer. I think he's the best player in the world. I think they win. They beat Oklahoma, and they go to the finals to play against Boston. Who do they think wins? Finals, Boston versus Denver. I'm going with Denver. I'm going a bit with my heart. I think Boston is actually a great defensive team, one of the best teams we have seen in the last decade, probably. Not the best, but like very good team. But if there is any, not weaknesses, but any strength that is a bit less strength, probably is their interior defense, because they have Porzingis is not, well, he gets injured sometimes. He's not that. He's okay as a rim protector, but probably he's not that good on one-on-one. And Al Horford, yes, but he's also getting older. So I think, yeah, I think Jokic can hurt them. Jokic can hurt anyone. That's the point. For example, another big who hurt them is Embiid. So I think Denver will win the NBA Finals and the NBA. That's my prediction, and I will stand by it for now. Let's see. Then I will change, maybe. All right. So standings done. Now we'll go. I actually want to do another tournament that is played in the NBA. It's not the finals, it's not the playoff. It's the in-season tournament that now is played. It's called the NBA Cup, which is a fun. I don't know. Sounds funny to me. Feels like a Mario Kart race trail, right? Something like that. But yeah, who do I think will win? Last year finals was Lakers versus Indiana. I'm high in Indiana. Why not? I think they are a team. I think at what game Indiana can surprise a lot of people. So maybe they win. So this is my bet. NBA Cup, Indiana. Now we go into the awards for the season. Let's start with the big one, MVP. Who do I think will win the MVP? Luka Doncic. Why? Because if I think Dallas is going to be second in the regular season, and I think Luka's going to do the same numbers, 39-9 or 38-10 or 30-10-10, I don't know. Yeah. Do I think he's the best player? Probably Jokic still. Probably looking at the stats, it will be similar to Jokic. Probably advanced stats will be Jokic, but I don't think people will vote again to win for Jokic to win the fourth in 5 seasons. I think it's hard, and I think this is the time that they will have all the excuses to give it to Luka. Probably he deserves it. If we look at advanced stats, probably still Jokic, but let's see. Other competitions, Embiid, but he's not going to play 65 games, so it doesn't matter. Shea, but I think maybe Shea and the fact that Chet and Jalen will be a little better, maybe they take away a bit of his numbers, they pull them down a bit, push them down. But yeah, all right. Most improved player, I have here Josh Giddey. Why? Well, he's one of the top. I think he's top 4 candidates. I can look at it. Yeah, it's not easy It's not. This is not an easy call. It could be someone else. Yeah, it could be. But I think going to a new team helps. He'll probably have more the ball in his hands. He'll probably have more. In Chicago, there is less, right? So he'll probably be able to do more. Yeah, and odds are number one, Victor Wanyama, number two, Jalen Williams, number three, Evan Mobley, and then number four, is Josh Giddey. I think Victor Wanyama is a bit weird that they put him here. He was already very good, and he's obviously going to get better. He's a second-year player. Jalen Williams may be possible, but he already did very good numbers. Actually, if you look at Giddey's numbers, and I have them now, but he actually went from 16 points 2 seasons ago, 12 points last season. So only if he gets back to 16, probably he can get close to 20, and then close to 8 assists. That's already a big jump from last season. I think it will help his case a lot. So I have him there. Then, as Defensive Player of the Year, I have Wembanyama. Not much to comment here. This guy is incredible. You can just see his highlights. He's not well. He's huge. Obviously, he has super long arms, but he's also mobile. He's flexible. He's very quick for his size. Very good instinct. So yeah, he's horrible to play against. Probably cannot even shoot. All right, yeah, and it's kind of, I heard the podcast from No Dunks, and it's kind of sad that they say that Adebayo will never win one, right? He was really close for many years, and he's actually great defensive player, and he never won one, and I don't know if he will win now, because I don't know how this award is not going to Wemby every year from now on until he retires. Let's see, but it seems like it's going to be like that. Okay, Rookie of the Year. My bet goes to Zachary Ricochet. Why? Well, it's not that easy. I think, actually have no idea here. No one has any idea. I don't think no one will be very good. The first one in the odds is Zachary. I don't see that. I have seen some highlights from the preseason. When you see a player in college and when you see them in the NBA, even though this guy is like feet, I don't know how many feet, but 7'4", I think. They always look smaller in the NBA, and that's because the NBA dudes are bigger and stronger. So yeah, he looks huge, but not that huge, and I don't think he needs to look that big compared to the guys. And I really didn't like that much what I saw in the. I know he's number one in the bets. I don't think so. For me, it's not. Second, Blitz Shepard. Yeah, it's okay. Blitz Shepard good. Zachary Ricochet is number 3. I think he might do better in Atlanta with more. Yeah, they say that maybe he doesn't start. Well, let's see. He did very well in the highlights of the preseason games. So let's see. I trust Zachary. And by the way, probably I don't know if you will know this. I know it because his father was he's a retired player from the ACB in Spain. He actually was also long, lefty, good shooting. So it reminds me of each other, right? His father, Ricochet, as well. Good player, good guy. Another comment that I want to make. I saw this rookie from New York that actually plays a bit like Jalen Branson, Tyler Kolek. He comes from Marquette. He did 4 years there. And this dude, he looks really well. He looks really good. He reminds me a bit of T.J. McConnell, probably taller. He has the strength. He has the passing ability, the mid-range. So I don't know. I like him. It's only based on highlights of the preseason games, but he looked great. So as a dark horse bet, maybe why not? Now the question is, will he play, right? Because Jalen Brunson did not play. Then they have also Cameron Payne in the Knicks. So this Kolek will be the third point guard, but he looks like a player that people could like a lot. So let's see. And also Knicks get injured a lot. They need a lot of other players. Like Kolek might be for not playing to play 30 minutes for 20 games in a row. So let's see. Also another funny story. I don't know if anyone knows this, but Kolek had some issues. I think he did some scores for college or some exams for college or to go to to finish high school, and he had very low scores. He almost had a problem to go to university or to actually go to the NBA because he didn't pass his exams or something. But this seems, I know this intelligence in the school doesn't go directly to intelligence in the game, but he looked very smart as a player. So It was a bit surprising. Okay, next award. We have here Sixth Man of the Year. Last year it was Nasrid who won. I think this year maybe can be Malik Monk. Nasrid as well, yes, maybe. Here's this very difficult. Westbrook is another option. Westbrook, I think he will do okay. But I'm going to go with Monk because Sacramento is going to do better in my bet. So why not Monk? I'm not going to stop here much because I don't have many arguments. Coach of the Year. Since I placed Orlando as second team in the East, I need to bet on their coach, Jamal Mosley. And the guy looks like he looks like a nice guy also. And they look to like him, the players. So yeah. Clutch Player of the Year. Yeah, this award. I don't know. Last 2 years ago it was Fox who won. Last year it was Curry. This year it's gonna be Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Yeah, or DeMar DeRozan. I didn't say this in the other podcast, but maybe why not? But Shai probably win. He's already clutch. Why not? Okay, so all the awards are finished, but I have some other predictions too. I want to go all in on this. I was thinking about it. Why not do the predictions of who are going to be the first time All-Stars in this season? And as one of the All-Stars, new All-Stars this season, I have the Turkish menace, the Turkish dancer, Alperen Sengun. Yeah, I think he was very close last year. I think he will be this year. I also have as new All-Star, since the Orlando will do well and Banchero has already been All-Star. He'll probably be again. I have Franz Wagner as the second All-Star from Orlando. This guy is playing amazing. Like I said, in Germany in the Olympics, he played great. And I expect him another good season. I think he will be shooting better. So yeah. Then who else I think will be a new All-Star? Chet Holmgren. That is this debate, right? Who's better, Chet or Jalen Williams? Who's the second best player in the OKC? Because the defense is very important. He's a very good rim protector, and I think he will get in offense even better this year, and he will probably score and shoot better. I like him a lot. All right, and other one, I think he will be a new All-Star. I have Jamal Murray. This guy is the All-Star, non-All-Star. It's like I don't even know how he hasn't been an All-Star, because in the postseason, in the playoffs, well, he's even a better player in the playoffs than in the regular season. If he has a healthy season, he will be an All-Star. Yeah, I don't doubt it. All right, and honorable mentions. I want to mention Mikal Bridges. I think he hasn't been an All-Star. Actually, I don't know if he will be an All-Star because with Towns, I don't know if he will do a lot. But well, maybe yes. I think let's see. And then from OKC, Jalen Williams. If they get three, it's hard to get three. They could get three. These last two, I don't think will happen. But let's see. And now I will also jump into the All NBA prediction. First team last year it was Luka, Shai, Jokic, Giannis, and Tatum. This year I think it's the same, except I'm exchanging Edwards for Tatum, Anthony Edwards. So it will be Luka, Shai, Joker, Giannis, and Anthony Edwards. Second team, I'm gonna go for. By the way, I don't know if there is some. I don't even know how they do in positions anymore here. Maybe Edwards doesn't count as a forward. I don't know. I don't think it should matter. Honestly, I think it should be the five best players, and that's it. Positionless. Whatever. Okay, second team. I put at Jason Tatum, Tyrese Haliburton. I'm very high on him. Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis. Now, Curry, Durant, and Anthony Davis, I need to take into consideration maybe they don't play 65 games. So maybe it's hard. This is like a tough, risky bet. But they will probably play. I think they will play just 65. So they agree with me. All right. Number 13, here I have Banchero. Since the season is going to be this good, probably Banchero has a great team, a great season as well. From there, like the season of Orlando is going to be very good. He probably has it as well. LeBron James, of course. Who else? Wembanyama, I think he's going to be already this good. Jaylen Brown from Boston. He has never been, I think, All NBA, and he should be because he's the former Finals MVP, and he's really a good player. He's really close to Tatum. I think Tatum is better, but I think actually he's very close to him. And then you also have Branson in the third team. Who am I leaving out? Jamorant. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm not high on on him. Maybe I'm wrong. Booker, yeah. Sabonis, he was in third team last year. I expect a good season from Sacramento, but maybe the fact that everything's a bit more shared with DeRozan, it makes him a bit less, big in stats. Of course, Kawhi, but Kawhi is not going to play 65 games. And if he plays, maybe he is playing, I don't know. I don't even know anymore. And then Embiid, but he's not going to play enough games. All right. I think I went through everything. I think that's it. I don't think I'm missing anything. All right. Thank you for listening. If anyone is listening, and hope thank you myself for doing this. I hope you enjoyed. Whoever is listening, I hope I enjoy what I did and what I listen. Or I will listen to it after. Thank you. See you next podcast, and bye bye.